for spending this time with me. Today I wanted to dive into some DIYs. This looks so janky because I have quite a bit of clothes that I wear but not enough and that need a little bit of a revamp because, as you guys know, I really love ethical fashion, shopping secondhand, and keeping my clothes until they fall apart on my very body. So I've had a lot of things for over 5 years and they're just not looking cute. They're not inspiring me, most importantly, as much as clothes and physical material items can add to this illusion of this human experience. I also think that they can affect our energy, and when we walk into a room in an outfit that we don't feel good in, it really makes a difference in our confidence. And so I just really believe in wearing clothes that help you embody the energy that you want to bring in to any room or into your life that day. Even if it's not a cute thing, if something makes you feel good, it's going to be palpable to everyone else around you, even on a very subtle level. I no longer want to allow clothes that don't inspire me or that I never wear to take up space in my closet. When you clean your closet out, you'd be surprised how much lighter you feel after. Welcome to my kitchen. Alright, so let's just get right into it. First thing you're gonna need is a pot, a big pot that you can fit your clothes into. And I just want to say, before we start this video, you would think that DIYs are a wholesome, nostalgic, fun experience to have. For most people, that's probably the case. But for me, DIYs are truly a test of my mental stability in the moment, because when they do not work out and I have spent like 5 hours going to the craft store and getting everything that I need and like ruining a pair of clothes that I kind of liked, and then it becomes even worse, I, may just have a meltdown. But I'm feeling really good. It's been a minute since I've done a DIY besides just using my sewing machine, so I'm feeling good about this one. I have very high expectations for myself and everything that I do in this existence, to the point where it really fucks me up. A good example of this is when I moved out at 17 across the United States to a place where I had never been, where I knew no one, and where I had no money to live. And so I've been learning not to have high expectations for myself and just take it easy and just be realistic, which sounds boring. I've been more realistic with what I can do with my time and what I can take mentally, and putting my mental health first before I just dive into something and try to make my parents or grandparents proud, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this is a very long rant. Let's get some water in here, which is the first step. Here we go. And I'm gonna put this on basically high. So I'm going to start today with these white overalls. These overalls are super cute as they are, but what you can't see is the ridiculous amount of tiny stains all over them and slight dark stains around the butt from sitting on the grass and things like that, so they just need a little makeover. And this is a little top that I have that I will also be dyeing. Just like the overalls, this shirt has so many tiny stains. There's makeup stains around the collar and so many little speckles that I cannot get out in any kind of washing form. So let's just try this. Let me get this big spoon and just add some turmeric. Anytime that I create or concoct anything in this medium-sized pot, I feel like a witch brewing a concoction, which is a really nice feeling though. I like to connect to my witchy side. I used to cast spells with my friends when I was in high school and I was super into it. I know that sounds a little bit scary if you've never casted a spell, but they were all really positive and beautiful about learning how to love ourselves and help the world and empower all women who are suffering. Yeah, it was quite beautiful. It was basically just manifestation using crystals and the power of deep states of meditation. It's really fun to just create little altars in the woods or in your own space, and every day just sprinkle like some water over some leaves and your crystals and just make a little wish, a little intention. It's really fun having rituals. Like overalls, I'm just gonna dip them in. I really hope I don't fuck anything up. It's almost looking like it's gonna rise over the pot, but it's too late now. Here, I'm gonna scoop some of the water out with my ladle. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's already getting yellow. Oh my god, why did I get so scared? I'm sure you can hear the the sounds of New York outside. There's some police sirens, a huge truck that has been parked outside my apartment building for over 24 hours, just humming away into the night. I've lived here so long that I don't really actually notice a lot of the New York sounds. Oh shoot, I'm so bad at this. If you do dye this at home, you can basically treat the turmeric as tie-dye and just tie up your garment in cool ways.
20 minutes later.
It's me! This has been soaking for a little under half an hour. Okay. I think this looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Okay, I'm going to transfer this to lacing. The next step would be to rinse out your garments in cold water until they run clear, and then follow it up with warm water, but this is just something I read online and you guys probably honestly know better than me. After the water runs clear, throw them in the washer with nothing else and then dry them. While my clothes are in the wash, I wanted to start on the next DIY, which is of this beautiful tan coat. This coat is actually a recent secondhand purchase. I think it looks a little basic, a little boring, and a little bit on the cheaper side. Not saying my DIY will make it look more expensive, but it will make it look more interesting. So I had the idea to paint some abstract, continuous line drawing faces on it, like the ones on this piece of paper. I have some acrylic paint which can be used on fabric. It's waterproof, and you can add some kind of liquid that makes it better and more flexible for fabric, but I'm just gonna go straight in with the acrylic paint. I do think that these faces will make the jacket look a little bit nicer, so hopefully that is the case. These aren't necessarily continual line drawings, but they're just little abstract faces. But while it is drying, I think it's time to move on to my next DIY, which will be of this gray crew neck sweater. I love this crew neck sweater, but I just wanted to give it another little personal touch. I just want to write on the chest, "Thank you for being," and just have it a really cute, simple font. I started out by just writing out the words, "Thank you for being," so I had a little bit of a guide, and there's so many different ways that you can embroider, but I did the extremely lazy way, and I don't really know how to describe it, but it's pretty straightforward. I know I could have done a little bit of a better job on this, but I think it's cute, kind of janky and super DIY-esque. I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah. Hello, good morning. It is the next day and the time has come to do the final reveal of all the pieces that I attempted to transform. So let's head to the roof for a little lookbook. I think the coat came out pretty decently, especially considering it was one of the easier DIYs out of the three. I didn't completely cover it in faces, but left a lot of empty space, so they look like they have a nice balance and aren't completely overpowering the jacket. And overall, I just think that it looks pretty cool. Okay, these overalls were a big flop. I definitely have some more work to do. I'm going to be re-dyeing these using soda ash and actual dye because these came out much brighter of a yellow than I was anticipating and hoping for. I was going for more of a mustardy orangey color, so I'll keep you posted on this one. And finally, the sweater. I love the way that this looks. It's very low-key and you'll have to be really close up to read it, but I think it'll be a nice little conversation starter, like, "Hey, what does your sweater say?" And I'll just be like, "To love everybody, that's what it says." Alright you guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and being such a big part of my life, and I will see you in the next video. Feel free to like or subscribe if you want to be part of the fam. I don't know, that's what YouTubers say, so I feel like I should say it. But honestly, do whatever you feel, take some love with you from this video and spread it out into the world. I love you, I care for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!